Okay, welcome back, guys, to the channel. Again, my name is Nick Casciotti. This is Casciotti News, and this is your opportunity, the only opportunity on the internet to hear voices that are typically not heard. We have a libertarian in California. Her name is Angela. David, he is our Democrat in California. Matt, he's our Republican in Texas. And Joe is our Green Party member in Idaho. So again, the only channel that's bringing all these diverse views straight to you, the viewer. We get our topics out to them, so there's no gotcha moments on this. They had an opportunity to get all of them. I'm going to read our first topic to you and let them respond, starting with Angela, our libertarian in California. So topic number one that we sent to our members, you get to see it right here. Margo Robbie is set to replace Johnny Depp in the lead role of Pirates of the Caribbean. Hollywood continues to replace established characters by gender swapping them or race bending them. Why did they do that instead of coming up with unique stories? And how does that practice translate to the real world, Angela?
Oh, I think we're seeing the intersection of woke culture and lazy screenwriting. We can't blame everything on woke culture, you know? People are lazy and they don't want to do their job. So they're just, oh, why don't we just flip this? It's sort of like treating screenwriting like cosplay. Johnny Depp as Pirates of the Caribbean star, but a girl. Come on, can we just get new stories?
This is simply what I would guess is a business decision. Johnny Depp has become kind of a toxic property. He's also being dropped from a Fantastic Beasts series and replaced in that. And at the end of the day, companies just make these decisions based on where they think they're going to make more money. As far as Margo Robbie coming in, it sounds like she's not going to be Captain Jack Sparrow. She's going to be the protagonist, which everybody associates with Jack Sparrow, especially since she's now being the main protagonist instead of Johnny Depp. But these will be, new plot lines. And this is something that happens all the time in entertainment, where people are swapped in. If this is extended to the idea of people don't like it when a gender is changed or a race is changed on older characters, it's like these are all, fictional characters that can be adapted to whatever society that they happen to be in. That's the entire nature of art. That's the entire nature of performance, literature, and just being able to connect with your audience. You have to find the right vehicle to connect with your audience. As that audience gets wider, bigger, and more diverse, you're going to change the materials in order to connect with them.
Of course. Go ahead, Angela, respond.
That's a very libertarian perspective. But, I'd also like to say that we have a child sex trafficking ring possibly going on in Hollywood right now. We're going to cancel Johnny Depp because his girlfriend smeared him. Sure, businesses make your best business decisions. Let's also sort of pay attention to some of the other pressing issues going on in entertainment.
Joe, you're in Idaho and you're in the Green Party. How does this really translate to the average American, like the everyday person out there, the person that says, you know what, I need a different perspective from Democrat or Republican. I'm looking to the Green Party. How does what they're doing in Hollywood, our entertainment mecca of the world, how does that translate to average Americans?
Our entertainment industry has been lazy as hell for quite a while now. We've got no less than 20 different versions of Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew out there in public domain right now. It's, as Angela pointed out, it's lazy screenwriting. Now, this is an opportunity for Hollywood to go in and take an established franchise, redirect it, reorganize it, but it's back to the same thing. We're going to get a female version of Johnny Depp through Margo Robbie. We're not going to see any significant change. The gender bending that goes on, we continue to see problems with Scarlett Johansson in issues with adaptations of anime. Having her in that role is almost unexpected because she already understands the genre. Margo Robbie, she understands the genre, the adventurism, her being able to adapt a Jack Sparrow type of protagonist from her Harley Quinn roles.
Matt, you're a Republican. As a conservative, is this identity politics translating to movies, translating to the general public, or what should we make of it?
I think we need to make of it what it is. It's a somewhat shallow attempt to build a brand. Pirates of the Caribbean, Oceans, you name it, are all brands, just the same as Pepsi and Coke. It's no different to put Margo Robbie in a position as the protagonist in the Pirates of the Caribbean as it is to come out with cinnamon Coca-Cola. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't work, and we have to deal with that. Then, we have the wokeness, as Angela put it behind it. Okay, yeah, no difference in Pepsi and Coke. Pepsi throws out a Kendall or Kylie Jenner ad, and it creates mass hysteria. Okay, that went wrong. They won't do it again. Same thing with things like Scarlett Johansson. They won't make those mistakes again. But at the end of the day, it's a business decision. It has really nothing to do with politics other than we need to see more diversity in movies and TV. And this is a way they can do it, an easy way, build on those brands, easy to go, make the money, be done.
So David, he brings up this has nothing to do with politics. I mean, here's my big question. I mean, we've got some breaking news about Chris Evans potentially replacing Tim Allen as the main voice of Buzz Lightyear for a children's cartoon as a prequel series. So does that have to do with politics? Is that just new casting? I mean, this seems to be a trend going on and on and on with 007 being replaced as well.
As far as we've seen, like, this is never going to be about politics, except insofar as politics affects the bottom line, you know, for these companies. These are all companies that are out to make a profit, to turn a buck. And so I would have no reason to think that Chris Evans is involved in this project instead of Tim Allen, aside from either Tim Allen didn't want to do the project or some other reason that, you know, the producer wants to go ahead and move in a different direction. But the idea that, you know, these for-profit corporations are making decisions based purely on political motive without really taking into account the bottom line just flies in the face of everything I've experienced in my entire life and their stated strategies.
Sure, Angela, it's hard for the general public to wrap their minds around Hollywood and how this translates, especially because millions of us watch the products that they put out on an annual basis. So what does this mean for the general person in the general workplace?
Well, if you don't like a movie, don't go see it. You know, vote with your dollars. If you're not an actual shareholder, but you're what's driving shareholders and CEOs and boardroom decisions. So, you know, I don't go see a lot of these woke movies, and it's not because I have an issue with women in leading roles. It's just I don't like stale movie scripts that have been repeated over and over again, and I don't like pandering. Plenty of other stuff for me to see instead.
It's really hard to believe that Disney, which is notoriously left, did not make some decision to say that, hey, if we continue to put what I would consider a super conservative in a role for, you know, the majority of the American public and the world to see, would not have some negative ramifications on their bottom line. You could argue, fine, Tim Allen's been in that role. I think Tim Allen does a fine job as Buzz Lightyear. Does he need to be replaced? Probably not. But they could have also done it because it's a prequel and it's a younger Buzz Lightyear. And Tim Allen is obviously, you know, not a young person. Chris Evans is also like America's sweetheart right now. And so, you know, there could be a lot of reasons behind it, but I would find it hard to believe that it wasn't somewhat politically driven based on Tim Allen's very public support for Trump and public conservatism.
Last word, Joe, go ahead.
We got other venues in Hollywood that we can go to these days. Independent movie studios are popping up all across the United States. Hollywood is no longer the go-to for cinema. If you want things that are more to your taste, there is a niche market out there. There is a niche studio that will produce the type of properties that you want to see, that you want to watch. Just like Angela talked about, vote with your dollars. Go to the companies that produce the stuff you want to see.
Excellent. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're growing right now. We're the only channel out there that has differing views from every outlet. So we want to make sure that you have that opportunity to see that content first. And we've got another show coming at you on Monday. So make sure you're subscribed to that and hit that notification bell for all of our brand new content that's coming at you as fast as we can get it to you.